At this time, please silence yourself into patrons. And now, the Downingtown High School West Campus proudly presents Beauty and the Beast.
Our goals is that we don't make it look too cartoonish. You'll see it performed at other high schools, and the costumes are a little bit too over the top, and it just looks, I don't know, cartoonish is the word that they use, and we're trying to tone it down but still make it look interesting.
It's real people, and it's the story of a young prince who's very spoiled growing up, and an enchantress comes to him, and but in the form of a very ugly woman, and because she's not beautiful, he turns her away. And she sees that he is very bitter and selfish, and so she puts a curse on his entire castle, including himself, and all of his workers and helpers become things, and he becomes this terrible beast. And she gives him a rose that will wilt over time, and if he can learn to love someone truly and have someone love him in return, then the spell will be broken and he'll go back to being a human again.
We really started to realize how much we connected with our characters.
I'm a kid inside. Most people see him as an angry person, but I see him that he's angry on the outside, but also kind and loving on the inside, and that's where I relate to.
I don't know, he's a funny guy, and he's always witty and doesn't like to listen to a lot of people, so he does his own thing and is always sneaking around with his Babette, or his girlfriend, or I guess you could say. I don't know, I think that's kind of funny.
Everything has to be like very set in stone, black and white. That's why I think sometimes I was typecasted, but
I love Belle. I think she's awesome, and anybody who knows me will tell you that I'm a little weird myself. I like to think that I can see the good in people and that I can kind of latch on to people. I think school's always been really important to me, and I like to think that I'm smart and studious, but I also like to have a lot of fun, so I'm not totally like her. I have that whole dad connection to love him to death.
Okay,
he's a little odd.
To most of us, we were really shocked we got lead roles.
No, I've always wanted to get the Beast, but I wasn't always sure. I knew there's going to be like a lot of competition out there. Like, a lot of guys really wanted it, and I was just happy to get it. I didn't think I was going to get it at all.
The end of the audition. So I was sort of surprised at first, and to be honest, I was a little upset. I was like, hey, does this guy have many lines? And I'm like, I'm a senior, I've kind of been working hard.
I can honestly say I was not ever comfortable. I went into this, Belle is the female role, and it was, I have to say, like, honestly, from my heart, like, there was so much competition for this role, and I can name six or seven senior girls who would have done an absolutely amazing job. So the competition was really hard. There was callback after callback, and everyone was just amazing. There's so much talent in this cast. So no, I was actually pretty sure it wasn't going to be me.
Being a lead takes a lot of time. We have to memorize lines, rehearse, and rehearse and rehearse. To get where we are today.
I have been studying theater for a really long time though, and I've been doing stuff at the People's Light Theater Company since I was little, and 2 summers ago I was at the University of Pennsylvania studying some stuff, and so last summer I was in New York for 2 months doing some stuff on Broadway, like a theater school there.
Uh-oh, show night. Last minute makeup checks.
We're used to having full houses and the audience being full, but we're not used to almost every seat being gone. If I'm getting anything done on time, we had some things that we rented, and Mrs. Bean does a lot of work on pulling all the costumes together, but everything was done pretty much where we needed it. I think the students this year had a great time on stage. We kept a lot of the stuff as close to the Broadway production as we can as far as choreography, staging, and so forth, and I think it's hard to put all that together, but I think in the end the result is really, really good.
We couldn't put on a production without the help of our wonderful and supporting cast. And of course, you can't forget orchestra, stage crew, and the directors.
Yeah, this show is so visual. There's so much going on with like costumes and scenery. I mean, the people who do our scenery and our backdrops, like, they're unbelievable.